Hello, greetings, my friends. This is Gilles. I come to speak about this great wake-up call. It is a great wake-up call that is going on. But first, I wanted to thank you so much for all your donation and your invitations and all your support and your messages. For it is really useful to me right now. All those spirits inside of me is showing me this point of freedom that is right before me. But until it's there, I do appreciate that. There is a mantra that we need to use. I'm going to report on some of the galactic messages, and for all those I'm talking about is certain things that I have integrated, also that I'm working on. They're just point of view, they're just directions. Utilize whatever works for you, but repeat to yourself, I am ready to see what is real. I am ready to see what is real. I am ready to see what is real. And so that will eliminate slowly but surely all of the illusion that has been still broadcasted in the mind, and authorize spirit to correct all the bugs within your consciousness, within your own consciousness. For I authorize spirit to clear up all of the dysfunction, all the negative programming I have within my mind. So you authorize spirit, because otherwise it's free will here, and everybody's got a choice to do whatever they want because God gave them that power. And so we do want to ask for the assistance of spirit in debugging our mental program and to see what is real. For the planet is in lockdown, it will continue to stay in lockdown for a little while. There are many negative extraterrestrials that have been manipulating the program from behind the scenes, and now they're completely forbidden from landing off or taking off. So the planet is in lockdown, and all of the dark hats, those who are being manipulated by the extraterrestrials that are manipulating all the states and corporation and the matrix, are all in running and hiding because they're going to be arrested. It is the end of the program. Jupiter is going to move into in a few months. Jupiter is going to move into Aquarius, and this is going to be the complete change, and we need to clear up that, for it is what heaven is doing, and it is not something that we do. We're going through a lesson in mastery. However, we've been through many steps in that lessons of mastery in the past 7 years. Or 8 years, let's say. But now the lesson is about self-worth, to realize your worth. You are invaluable to the universe. You are a divine child of God, and nobody can replace you, and your presence on the earth is greatly appreciated. So Spirit reminded me of all of what is coming for me in my mission that is to come. I say, I'm ready, bring it on, Creator. And so I also wanted to say that so this self-worth will become more evident. We're going to be able to find a new place of realization within, and so we'll be able to navigate through what is coming with greater ease. Eastern philosophy has been assisting the whole world in many ways, and it will continue to do that through the practice of yoga, meditation, the chakra alignment system, the consciousness of this energetic system, the meridians, the Eastern techniques are far more advanced than dogmas. And dogmas were very useful, but at some point you need to let it go to move to the next level, to move beyond that. Although there is still a connection to the source of love, to the source of light, to God, through all the great religion. For our responsibility is to focus on what is positive, to focus on positive thoughts, on positive visions, on positive possibilities, and communicate and commune with whatever feels right. We're moving from a thinking state to a feeling state, and for my I am presence is always letting me know what is the spirit that is in any moment of now. There are always spirits that are working with me on the higher planes. For when we came down here, it is as if they cut out our wings, and so we're like stuck down here. But our wings are growing ever greater, so we soon will be able to take off. There is many scenarios. There is about timelines that were offered, proposed, envisioned. And one of them was about this blackout, the 3 days of darkness, the complete closing down of the banks and the internet, electricity, all kinds of things. But I do not believe that. I would prefer to see it without it, that we move into this process with greater ease, and so that the light workers will not, for the others that might be useful, but for all the light workers may be preserved from this total chaos that the dark forces are trying to enforce. I think the galactic will intervene. we're moving into this new reality of fourth dimension, and very soon will be the third dimension will have completely dissolved. For the third dimension, the matrix is still in place, but it is crumbling, it is shaking, it's on the energetic level, so it will not last very long. The light is brighter in the fourth dimension, and when we move into the fifth dimension, the light becomes extremely bright, and we're gonna when we feel life as a whole inclusive process, we are in the fifth dimension. We connect to this in our desire, in our intention, to be one with the whole. We are already in fifth dimension. For this process of acceleration, it is recommended to let go of every form of toxins, whatever you can imagine. That toxins, it's like slowing down the process. It doesn't prevent it, but it interferes. I wanted to discuss also the idea of how the galactic societies are ruled and managed, and eventually we might adopt that, and they're ruled by councils. Very soon, for now, we have the ability, technologically or psychologically, to determine the IQ of someone, but very little in terms of emotional intelligence, and it's the mix of intellectual intelligence and emotional intelligence blended together that qualify one for wisdom. And eventually we're going to be able to test people for the level of wisdom. For the universe, they do that when they create a universe. The Melchizedeks test all the angels and the Lanonandeks to qualify them for any position. They make those tests, so they can test the wisdom, and eventually we're going to be able to test the wisdom and determine who has the most wisdom in society, and we're going to form those two councils, the councils of 9 and the council of 12, and the wisest being from the societies will be asked to serve in those councils. It would be like a fluid group dynamic. The councils of 9 traditionally are more determining the policies, and the councils of 12 are implementing the policies. But it functions like that in most of the galactic societies. For there's the Council of 1, the Council of 7, the Council of 3. There was all kinds of councils. You can ask for many councils. The divine councillors are the highest councils of the deity, but you have your guides as well that are perfect councils. You can always ask them. On the Earth, we also have a council that's called the Councils of 4 and 20. It's a special council that's been determined specially for the Earth. There is still some open seats for great personalities of the future. We'll be able to sit on that council. There are great personalities. I will not name them, but it's better to let them do their work anonymously, so to speak. But there's great personalities that have qualified through the Earth plane to sit on those councils, so we can ask also for these councils. There's going to be many waves of ascension. There's about 8, 9, 10 waves of ascensions that will be coming. There is one that's imminent. It's just different sources have been explaining that. And the first wave will only ascend 20 to 50 people, maybe 100 at the most. It will be it will only be a few people that are ready, but the collective intention and force of this ascension, those few people, will create a new matrix that will allow the second waves to come, that will be followed by a few weeks or a few months later, which will encompass 1 million people, in about 1 million people, and the million people that have ascended will anchor enough light for the third wave, which will include 40 to 50 million people, and then from there it will create a snowball effect to the collective ascension. And those who are not ready will not feel comfortable staying down here. And so, what do I want to say? Yes, because the third dimension through the quantum field, we can understand. You can use the quantum field to move from dimension to dimension. Eventually, the 3D will be completely dissolved. There will only be the fourth and fifth dimension. For when we're in the fifth dimension, we can fall back into the fourth. But eventually, there will be enough people in fifth dimension, though the matrix of the sixth dimension will be open. The sixth dimension is where we integrate our immortality. We can follow different timelines and flows and it's the sacred geometry, and it is a very powerful. It's a plane. When we integrate the sixth dimension, we can dematerialize our body and rematerialize it. We are no longer subject to any form of karma. For in the fifth dimension, if we go down to the thirds, we can be trapped in karma or even in some lower force. So it is still. But once we integrate the sixth, there is no more 6, 7, and above. There is no more danger of returning into a lower cycle. So once the sixth dimension will open, it's already been open for very few individuals. And then the Earth will continue our ascension into the 7th and 8th dimension, for it is where she'll find a true comfort zone for future evolution. Then eventually she will move beyond, but she will settle down in the 7th dimension, which is the anchoring of the light of God into the ascended master realm, and the 8th dimension is the portal of infinity, the collective soul, so all this will happen. We're preparing for it. It's normal to be very tired right now, to be exhausted even at times, because there's so many downloads from so many different sources, and there's so many great beings that are coming from all over the galaxy and the universe that sends the energy for the ascension of the planet, and we're receptive. We pick them up, and then so it's very tiring, because it's shifting our physical, mental, emotional. But once everything will be in place, the program will come naturally online, and we'll be very pleased with that. And so this is about what I wanted to talk about today. So we do need to prepare very much, as much as possible, to be in a receptive mode, to be in gratitude mode as much as possible, to look for this point of freedom that we seek, in order to create a comfortable environment, so we can navigate those coming time in a position where we'll be fully empowered within our energy and mission on the earth. For it is just a mission that we came down here for, and service to the planet, the galaxy, and the universe. The highest wisdom for us today is indulgence, is understanding the indulgence. For we are very indulgent. It means we're doing a lot of things that are unnecessary. But the process will only be slowing down. It's better to have discipline in our mind and discipline in our behavior. Right now, it will serve us better, and letting go a little bit of the indulgence, and then we can focus, rather than focusing on our indulgence, we'll focus on the rewards, on the outcome of being free, of feeling the freedom. What we need to understand is joy. It is finding those moments of joy and freedom and potential that will come together naturally. We can do a lot of things with our own will, but when it's divine will that is commanding, nothing and no one can prevent it. It is like a force that is beyond any human. What we need to do is action. It's going to be a time of action. We're going to move into action. So it's about being ready for action, and the outcome is the dreams. It's manifesting the dreams, the vision. The dreams are very, very essential. For if we made it so far, is because there were so many people that had imagination and could dream. For dream is very underestimated. For Descartes thought that dreams were completely meaningless. We have to wait for Lucien. I'm not a Freudian, but he put the dream at the center of something very central and important. And so dreams are very important. Dreams and visions are very important, and we want to stay focused on positive visions. So I hope this message resonated with you. I'm going to sing a song. It's a song, an old song of John Denver about traveling. Somebody's getting ready to leave, and so I am getting ready to leave, and it goes like this. All my bags are packed, I'm ready to go. I am standing here outside your door. I hate to wake you up to say goodbye, but the dawn is breaking, it's early morning, the taxi's waiting, blowing his horn. I'm already so lonesome I could cry. So kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you never let me go. 'Cause I'm leaving on a jet plane. I don't know when I'll be back again. Oh babe, I hate to go. There's so many times I've let you down, so many times I've played around. I tell you now they don't mean a thing. Every place I go I'll think of you. Every song I sing I'll sing for you. When I'll come back I'll bring you a wedding ring. So kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you never let me go. 'Cause I'm leaving on a jet plane. I don't know when I'll be back again. Oh babe, I hate to go. Now the time has come to leave you. One more time let me kiss you. Then close your eyes and I'll be on my way. Dream about the days to come, when I won't have to live alone, about the times when I won't have to say, kiss me and smile for me, tell me that you'll wait for me, hold me like you never let me go, 'cause I'm leaving on a jet plane, I don't know when I'll be back again. I'm leaving on a jet plane, I don't know when I'll be back again. I'm leaving on a jet plane, I don't know when I'll be back again. Oh babe, I hate to go. Well, I don't hate to go, actually. I'm ready to leave. I'm ready for this break, for this change of scenery. Although, I have to come back here. And I'm really looking forward for it is really much a time of shifting, and not to allow ourselves to be distracted by what's going on outside of us and try to find this balance, but really be focused on what is real. Ask Spirit to show you what is real, which is the love of God. And the card of the day is a wonderful card for final, is the King of Ariel. Prosper, stable, gifted and powerful. Prosper, stable, gifted and powerful. So he's within his castle, with the beautiful Ariel outside in the garden. It says, your projects are happening as it should. Professional and financial success. Utilizing your resources wisely. So it makes sense, and it's the card of harvest, and so we're ready for this great shift. And if you are indulgent, for indulgence was this card of what shows the wisdom is to understand that if there is still some unresolved process of indulgence within your life, is not to be so judgmental in relationship to that, but do what you can to put an end to it without the judgment. So it will be a lot easier than if we develop culpability or guilt because we were unable to stop a flow that's been going on for a lot of momentum. Certain of our flow, our habits or so on have a lot of momentum. They've been going on for a long time, and so they really we have to prepare for this stopping point. And sometimes it is good to find a way to replace something like sports or yoga or whatever. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. I wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.